much added to it, and that's a Virginia flake. It's a little bit lighter, as you can see. You get full Virginia flake. You get lots of these kind of Virginia based flakes. Sometimes they have burley in it. Irish flake, university flake, very nice. So just a kind of solid tobacco taste, and that's really what I love. I love my Virginia Periques, and I love my flakes. You get navy flakes, which tend to have rum added. That comes from the days when the sailors used to store the tobacco in empty rum kegs, and they found that the flavour of the rum and the slight moisture left in the walls of the wooden cast barrel would kind of keep the tobacco dry. And you get disc shapes like this, and this is actually luxury Stockbites, Peter Stockbites luxury bullseye, and it's got a Cavendish mix in the middle. And Cavendish basically is just a sweetened, usually there is non-sweetened, a heavily cased or heavily sweetened, usually Virginia, sometimes burley tobacco. It's got a sweet Cavendish in the middle, and it's got Virginia Perique on the outside. And again, like the flake, you crumble them up and put them into your pipe. The more you rub them out, the more it releases more flavour, so you rub according to how much you like. Okay, I'll show you a couple of packets that you may know. See, this is a packet of tobacco. This is McBurn Scottish Blend. It's very nice. It's what we considered a mildish aromatic. It's quite sweet. It tastes very much like honey, and honey on toast, really, and very nice. Very popular. This would be possibly considered an aromatic, but I would put it more in the category of a natural tobacco than it is Golden Slice, Orlick's Golden Slice. And that has very slight casing, slight flavouring added, but it's predominantly a Virginia flake. And that's really it. Tins tend to be better quality than the packets, but often tobacco is nicer when it is dried out a bit. If it's too dry, it's not nice either. And the advantage of buying a good quality packet, or a well reputed packet, which actually Mixture is, and Orlick is a fairly reputed tobacco and a lot of people hate it, then it's actually dried out a little bit more so than the tins, so that can be a good thing. So actually the packet can sometimes taste better than the tinned version, but generally tins are a bit more expensive. They tend to be a couple euros more, and they tend to be better. And the top connoisseur tobaccos, such as Three Nuns, which is a couple of euros more than most, very nice tobacco, Virginia and Perique, aged, so they let it sit in the tin for a year or two before they sell it to the shops. It tends to go for about 11.50 euros, so you know, most would go for 8, 9, 10 euros. Okay, so that's really it. Again, I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but most people suggest you start with an aromatic, so I would suggest you start with a mild aromatic. Get your tobacconist to recommend you one. I would suggest you try a navy flake, and then I would move on to trying an English Latakia, and there you go. To end, I would say briefly, you do get quite a lot of different tobaccos according to strength. So some are stronger than others. Irish flake is a particularly strong one that I like, and there you go. You also get plugs and ropes, which you have to cut in slices yourself, so they're a bit like the flakes, but they're not cut, and you have to cut those yourself, and they're pretty strong. Okay, so I think that's, you know, good enough, and we'll try to download this. I hope it gives you a brief introduction into tobacco. And again, ask your tobacconist, a good tobacconist in your town or your city that knows a little bit about it. You find a lot of tobacco shops just sell these kind of bog standard brands, and actually on the shelf along with the cigarettes, and they're just actually not very good. You kind of need to go to a good shop that actually does sell some quite good cigars, and does maybe have a few pipes for sale as well, and then you'll find their tobacco maybe a little bit better. Not to be too disappointed, I would say, you know, go for a good quality tin to start off with, because if you get some really crap tobacco and you kind of say, oh, I don't like that. Bork and Riff is one that springs to mind. Clan is one that springs to mind. It's sold everywhere here. Mellow Virginia is very common in the UK. It's really not that great, and there you go. There are so many flavours out there you won't believe. Buy good quality to get started off with is what I say. Okay. Bye for now, and remember, pipe smoking is carcinogenic. It does lead to cancers, and so I will give you the old health warning there. You shouldn't inhale your pipe. Your nicotine rush should be much more relaxing than a cigarette, because it doesn't go through the lungs. So it is a much more relaxing way of smoking. But I give you the health warning. I'm not going to sort of say, hey, smoking's great and pipe smoking is much healthier than cigarettes. It is, but it's still unhealthy. Okay, enjoy, and I hope you find a nice tobacco. Bye bye.